Good evening to all of you. I'm Diane Sawyer, and it is wonderful to be able to speak to all of you. I just wish I could be right there in the room with you tonight, because so many of us at ABC News know about the work that the Grossman Burn Foundation has done to provide so much care, new life for women, children, people around the United States and the world in need of that urgent medical care. We told our viewers about the story of Zubaydah. Of course, we all remember her, the Afghan girl whose burns were so severe. It's still astonishing to see what Dr. Peter Grossman and his team were able to accomplish nearly 7 years ago. And because the foundation is so involved with Afghanistan, we crossed paths once again when we were there and reporting on the story of Aisha, who was known then as Bibi, a teenage girl I first met in Kabul. I want to show everybody a little bit of what happened when I walked in January this year.
A young girl sits alone in a woman's shelter. We can't tell you where it is for security reasons. Bibi, who was 12 years old when she was sent away to a husband who forced her to sleep in the stable with the animals. She ran away.
You keep your hands in front of your face.
Her husband, a Taliban, severed her nose and ears while his brother held her down.
And they left her? She had no medical help?
Left for dead, she managed to crawl first to her uncle's house, but he refused to help, and so she kept on until a relative got her to a hospital run by strangers.
It was barbaric and shocking to see this, that somebody had done this to this young girl. And I think that, it's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Air Force Major Jeff Lewis was at the Ripley military base, a veteran war surgeon from Oklahoma City. Staff Sergeant Lindsay Clark, a medic from Donaldson, Arkansas.
She was very modest when she came in. She didn't want me to uncover her. She didn't want me to see her face.
For the next 2.5 months, that American medical team cleaned her wounds, nursed her, and gave her something completely new: kindness. They held her hands, even taught her a little English.
What's up?
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good?
And then the Daily Beast website heard her story and told it to the world, only to have American doctors from all over this country write in offering to help her with surgery to reconstruct her nose.
What does she dream will happen?
Yeah, she said, I don't know what will happen in the future.
And so there in Afghanistan sits a young girl who lived in the very darkest corner of the world, about to head to a new country and a brand new chance at life.
My name is Viviesha.
Oh, good. Good. High five.
High five.
All right.
There was an outpouring from our viewers who saw her, saw that moment, and of course, not long after, the Grossman Burn Foundation once again stepped in, not only offering to provide reconstructive surgery, but to make sure that she got from Afghanistan to the United States and had a chance to see the possibility of a new horizon, a true new life. And we love the fact that you surrounded her with a team of therapists, counselors, host families, people she knew and could count on, including one of the faces she loved so much. Back at the U.S. base in Afghanistan, Staff Sergeant Lindsay Clark, whom you saw in that piece. So once again, all of us at ABC News salute you. We cannot tell you what it means to be able to tell our viewers what you are doing for so many people around the world. But to help do that, I want to introduce my friend, colleague, a great journalist, Lisa Ling.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I just wanted to take a moment of your time this evening to say a few words about the Grossman Burn Foundation. This extraordinary organization is making a huge difference around the world with regard to the humanitarian support provided to individuals, women, and children in the need of urgent medical care. Whether it's through the GBF treatment of young burn survivors, the Humanitarian Assistance Manual, the physician training program supporting medical communities in developing nations, or the groundbreaking Stop Violence Against Women Globally campaign, and the partnership with mytherapy.net, the Grossman Burn Foundation is a shining example of what can be accomplished when we view the world with compassion, understanding, and a genuine interest to help humankind. I wish to congratulate the Grossman Burn Foundation for all it has accomplished on behalf of health professionals everywhere. So please, keep up the good work.
Few injuries are as frightening as a severe burn. Burn injuries are painful, disfiguring, and even life-threatening. They can strike in a split second and result in physical and emotional scars accompanied by painful questions. Will I survive? What kind of pain will I endure? What will I look like? How will I function? How will I support my family? Who will love me? Burn injuries do not discriminate, but the risk of being burned is much greater in parts of the world where basic safety precautions and adequate health care simply do not exist. Under these conditions, preventable fires are all too common, and even small burns left untreated can lead to infection, disfigurement, and even death. Even more troubling, it is not uncommon for burns to result from violence. This happens with alarming frequency in parts of the world when women stand up to express their voice or assert their independence. Sadly, domestic violence and physical assaults to women occur in our own country as well. Now imagine all of these scenarios when there is no one there to help. Around the world, the Grossman Burn Foundation is helping people who have suffered a life-threatening burn or similarly disfiguring injury. Through partnerships and teamwork, the Grossman Burn Foundation is developing sustainable burn care in some of the most underserved parts of the world. By training doctors in modern burn care management and providing cutting-edge medical technology and other humanitarian resources, the Grossman Burn Foundation has successfully treated patients from some of the world's poorest countries. But the foundation's ultimate goal is to help healthcare professionals around the world to treat burns in their own communities. Through its triage training program, the Grossman Burn Foundation ultimately hopes to be able to help countless burn survivors all over the world. As part of this program, the foundation is establishing burn centers and providing technical support in developing countries like Afghanistan and Indonesia. It is producing training videos and providing telemedicine programs that enable doctors on the ground around the world to consult with experts in the United States. In partnership with the Children's Burn Foundation, the Grossman Burn Foundation is collaborating to provide telemedicine technology to some of the most remote areas of Indonesia. The results of these efforts speak for themselves. Rosie is a 6-year-old Afghan girl who suffered a scald burn. She had no access to medical care and was severely malnourished when a U.S. patrol passed through her village and took her to a military hospital. She was transferred to a burn center in Kabul that was funded by the Grossman Burn Foundation, where she received the care that likely saved her life. Masoom was 6 years old when he was engulfed in flames after a kerosene lantern ignited his clothing. Military personnel who learned of Masoom's condition had read an article in Reader's Digest about a young girl named Zubaydah, another Afghan child treated by the Grossman Burn Center. A call was made, and with the help of the Children's Burn Foundation, Masoom was brought to the United States for treatment at the Grossman Burn Center. He was able to return home to Afghanistan, and with the help of Children's Burn Foundation, he received follow-up care at the Grossman Burn Foundation's facility in Kabul. Faith, a young mother of 2 living in the remote village of Nanuki, Kenya, was cooking when a stove blew up, severely burning her face, chest, and arms. The accident left her unable to care for her children or even feed herself, and she was ostracized by her community. A church organization reached out to the Grossman Burn Foundation, and Project Faith was born. Faith underwent multiple reconstructive surgical procedures, which restored her ability to function, improved her appearance, and gave her back her lost self-esteem. But tragically, not all trauma is accidental. Roberta Busby, a young single mother of 2, left work late one night right here in Southern California when a woman sprayed her with gasoline and set her on fire. She suffered burns on her face, chest, arms, and hands. Roberta would spend over a month in the burn unit, undergoing multiple surgeries. Today, Roberta Busby not only has her life back, but she has another life too. She is the mother of a brand new baby girl. In Afghanistan, Bibi Aisha was sold into marriage by her father when she was just 12 years old. At age 17, she ran away, but was caught and returned to her abusive husband. As punishment for fleeing, her nose and ears were publicly and brutally amputated. U.S. Special Forces discovered her, provided medical care, and brought her to a shelter in Kabul run by an organization called Women for Afghan Women. The Grossman Byrne Foundation, in partnership with Women for Afghan Women, helped bring Bibi Aisha to the United States for reconstructive surgery. Bibi Aisha's American doctors quickly realized that her issues went far beyond her missing nose and ears. Bibi Aisha's needs were far greater than anyone had been led to believe. Calling on all of its resources and all of its professional partnerships, the Grossman Byrne Foundation has begun to help Bibi Aisha get the care she needs to heal completely, not just cosmetically. Through online psychotherapy and in-person therapy, Bibi Aisha's rehabilitation now is well underway. Through the generosity of Aesthetics Prosthetics in Pasadena, California, Bibi Aisha now has a stunningly realistic prosthetic nose, one that she can use until she is emotionally ready to undergo her lengthy and complex surgical reconstruction. The stories are many, but the goal is a singular one. What ties all of the Grossman Byrne Foundation's programs together is the drive to share its knowledge, expertise, and its belief in humanity. It has been said that our most basic common link is that we all inhabit this planet. We all breathe the same air. We all cherish our children's future, and we all are mortal. The Grossman Byrne Foundation works for triumph over tragedy.